prepare for a little castle action. Although there's holes in their pawn structure, so some checks might be feasible now. This might come over here. Gotta be careful. Okay. The boy opening. B-O-I, boy. All right, is this Is this a copycat? If I go here, finding this. I think this is the copycat variation transposed into it. So now I'm attacking this pawn. Oh, can I remember how to do this? So I think if queen comes down to defend, I come here. And if they take this pawn, I just retreat. And then I've got this fork here. And then I've got this diagonal here, which is all really good for me. They're having a hard time figuring out what to do here. So they come out with the knight. And so I'm going to take here. Wait, am I? Do I take there? If I take, and they go here, I don't think that's right. I think I come back here. And then get my knight here. I need to practice my Vienna. I used to look at my Vienna Lichess study plan pretty regularly. Yeah, I think I might have messed this one up. I definitely did. I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm going to castle. Am I gonna castle? I think I might go here. And then push this pawn and then castle. When they retreat, bishop to e3. And if they take, then I recapture, and I've got an attack. I've got some attack going. Seven and a half minutes for me. Okay. I take that, they take back, and then they'll probably have plans to come down here. So if I go here, that would be good. And I push, and they come down. Then I go here. I think I'm going to do that. Now they could come here, but then, oh, interesting. That way I can get my bishop back in there. Part of me wants to go here. Let's do this. Might be time to push this one. Although my king is really safe here. think this is my move because they don't have a dark. I can go queen f6 here. If I go here, they take. Okay, so they're getting their rook off the diagonal. Why isn't this a good move? I think this is. If I go here, they take, then I take, and I'm turning. Okay. I go here, and then I just take. Then I take. They take, but I'm above. Yeah. And they're up 1 minute. Oh, this is interesting now. This isn't really a winning position at all. And they are going to have a passed pawn here. Good game. Susanna, 85. Good game. Let's see who I'm playing today. I'm probably going to prevent this bishop from coming down and pinning. I think last time I just proactively went back, and I think I'll do that again this time. Something like that. Make room for the bishop to come out. Yep, they're coming after this bishop here. I'm going to bring my knight over this way. Although I might push this pawn in the middle here, open things up. Castle. I can take... After I take... They take, recapture. Castle kingside. Or I could come here. I think I'll do that. Take. They take, I take. Alright, so they take that way. I'm going to recapture. They're gonna take there. I didn't see that one. Let's go queen c2 and then see how they might bring their knight in to defend here or here, but I'm attacking that pawn. Then they could do this, but they can't because it's check. This is a pretty good diagonal to keep in mind. I definitely need to castle, I think. Definitely not castling queenside now. Silver Fox 7819. Rated 1675. I need to formulate a plan here. I don't really have a plan. Castle, activate my rooks. Maybe get my rook here. One of them at least. Oh, castle, and then probably rook A to D1. And then maybe F to E1. with that, they're attacking this and this. This is defended by that, so in this. So I can actually go here to maintain this diagonal. Or I can let them take. But I think I'm going to save my bishop. No, because then here. Well, if this, this, then I could take this. Or I take this now. I think I do. Let's just castle. I'll let them take here. Fair enough. Thwarted my plans of that. I still need this open file though. I'm going to defend and get on this semi-open file. I can see this coming. Yep. I don't want to give them the bishop pair, so I think this move is good. Add another defender there. Also, I've got, if I can get knight over here, take, and then I've got rooks in the action at that point. But they'd have a bishop pair. Okay. Wow, interesting move. I'm going to go after that pawn. They're they're going after that pawn. I'll probably go after this one. I take this. I take this. Now then they come down and take this while threatening this. If they take this, take, and threatening that, but they take here. That's not a good exchange. If they take this, I might just establish my rook up here, threaten the queen and the bishop. I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled one of these. Rook d8, I'm taking. Or I'm actually worried about them taking these pawns too, because if takes and then takes, you know, they've got a clear path to promotion over there, which I don't have as much attacking going on. Now I think I still want the open file. But if I don't move this, if I take, they take, and they get the open file. But then I take, and I'm threatening this. But we'll see. If bishop there, then I can go here. Or if bishop there, then I take. Forcing that. I'm taking this with check. King goes over there. And then I'm taking this. can take this now. But then I've got a skewer here. And if they take, then I got mate. I can also take that bishop. This, okay. So now I do take here. Let's think through this. There's this. There's check. I think that's the move. If they do something like this, that's mate. I mean, I guess I'll just block the check. Just focus on the fundamentals, I guess, right? It's all one can do, really. Let's pin the knight. And if they push here, then I can come over here, attacking this. And if takes, takes. And I've got that. They still have this pawn that they need to take. Yeah. So now I think I prepare for a little castle action. Although there's holes in their pawn structure, so some checks might be feasible now. This might come over here. Gotta be careful. Okay. Let's get. I think I'm okay doubling up those pawns. Because if queen comes down, then I can hear. But then they fork. Oh, shoot. This has been a very fascinating opening. I'm going to come back and study this one for sure. How do I could block the check. Yeah, this, and then if takes, then I take, and then check. I think that might be my plan here. Okay. Let's check here. And then I can castle. This pawn is still. This pawn is still hanging. Okay, they're not gonna take it. Is there a way for me to defend it? Take this. They were expecting that. Here, 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 threatening that. But everything is defended. No. Stop thinking about these crazy lines. Okay. I'm gonna get my knight over here. If they take, they take. It's okay. Also got queen exchange here. I'm going to come back here and here because I don't want to get kicked and then lose my knight. Okay, hanging pawn. Here, they attack, then I take this. Yeah, they would have to. Yeah, I'm taking this. They go here, I'm here, check. And then check, and then check. If they are here, then I take, rook to the center. Or knight back into the game here. Rook can get here. I can threaten mate there. I don't know. Nobody knows. All right, so they do. All right. Okay. This is a good move. And then if they attack here they fork. That's the fork. Defend against the fork. I could go here. And then, yeah, but everything's defended, so that's not going to do anything. Okay. Come back and defend the pawn. Yeah. Yeah. No. Because then here. All right, let's just move. Okay, they finally take. Let's get rooks into the game. Then I could still come here. But I'm here threatening this. Yeah. Oh, queen. Dang it. Queen exchange. Yeah, let's do it. I think I have a better position. Okay, they don't want to do it. So let's get the rook going. I moved pretty quickly that time. I didn't really think of what my opponent was going to do, which has been Something I need to work on. Oh, queen exchange here. Opening up this file. Let's try it. Card player 6566 is rated 1529 out of the United States of America. I'm targeting this pawn now. And they're kicking my knight, so I'm coming here for the attack on the rook. Okay. It's defended twice, so now I can take the pawn. And then, okay, I can take this, and then this. Let's do this. Add a little. That's good. I think they should probably exchange, which would give me a passed pawn here. Let's see. Take, 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 take. Check. I'd rather have more time to think about it, but I think I'm going to go for this and then take that pawn, which would give me a passed pawn here. Except that they take, which, why didn't I see that? Okay, well. Defend it. I have 27 seconds left. This right here is a fork if they take, but I gotta move quicker. Gotta move quicker. Oh, shoot. So dumb. Dang it. That was a good tactic on their end, and they just moved so quick. happen here, but I'm gonna try. It's getting risky. Risky. Yeah, there's no way for me to get to the king. Covering the square now, okay. Yeah, I think I'm done. So what's going on here? I could throw in a check, but that doesn't do anything. Actually, it does. Because if they block here... Let's see what they do after I kick the bishop, because if they go back, yeah, I don't know. I was thinking if they go back, I can take this after. Let's see, they go back, take, and then take, but then like, yeah, it might still be okay. Should probably castle at some point too. Maybe just get bishop out. If they take, I'm here. Let's see. Anything else I'm missing? Okay, so they take the knight. And I think I just carry on with the formation here that I had planned. Because if I would have captured there, well, that would all end up being the same. Like, yeah. I think now it just allows me to castle. If they bring their bishop down, I'm already there to unpin it. Then I can get rook b1 attacking the pawn. And then I think rook to e1 is okay. All right. Okay. What's going on here? This. Okay, this square's covered. There are no check possibilities here. So if I do this, it evens out my pawns and attacks the bishop. So far, so good. Castling's coming, and I've got just a ton of more squares covered out here than they do. So I guess in theory I am winning, but yeah, it really just comes down to being able to use what you got, and I'm not saying I can't convert this, but my confidence levels have not been the highest lately, so maybe rook b1 here. Everything's defended except for this pawn, so maybe that wasn't a good move. But it does make them think either they go here, they don't move this, or they maybe bump this up. Okay, I think a queen exchange is okay here. Simplifies the position, but I've got control of the center here with this isolated pawn being my target after takes here. I'll be attacking both, so let's go ahead and do that. If knight retreats, I'm here. They could attack, but there's nothing behind the rook, so we're good there. Okay, so that move attacks the pawn, so after takes, and then I attack the knight. Knight takes, so it's not necessarily, I can't trap the knight. However, if I take and take, that gives me these two center pawns that are going to be pretty good in the end. And I could even take. Is there a way to attack this pawn? Yeah. Here, but they push. And then I'm here, which sets up this outpost. Okay, yeah. I think I'll take back. So I'm going to attack. They can defend here, but they lose the pawn. If they push, then I'm here attacking and setting up the outpost. Gotta be careful of this light squared bishop. The knight, the rooks here are on the same colored square. Oh, this is a good move because it sets up this. So do I go here and just prevent the pawn chain from forming? I think so. It's a dark square too, so that's pinning, keeping the bishop from moving anywhere. The square is covered by the rook, so they can't attack this pawn. This pawn's still under attack here. Okay. So the pawn falls. Pawn falls, they might develop their bishop here. I can't take, but it does set up for this outpost again. But I guess it's not really an outpost because they could, well, let's see. Yeah, because if they take, then I take back and it's still there. Okay, so now they know that is defended. I can come in and attack the bishop here, and that helps in my development. Or my pawn progression. These center pawns might need some help from the rook eventually, so I might see what I can do with that. But if bishop here, either way, bishop here or here, and I'm attacking. And then if bishop retreats back, then I can win the pawn. I think I just take. Because now I've got, if they don't recapture, I've got 3 attackers on this pawn over here, and there's only 2 defenders, so yep. I'm going to take this and then fork here. Okay. Or I'm going to, where they take, and then I take here. Now I think this because they're going to have to move this bishop. And then I take this pawn and it's a pass pawn. Yeah, I think I'm okay to let one of those pawns fall. But if they go here, take here. Or do I push? Push and then do this, and then that square is protected. So, do I... Yeah, let's just defend this. And then if here... Then I go here. Okay, yeah. Let's get things defended here. Let's make some, maybe get my king out. 4 minutes and 19 seconds. I feel like time management has been pretty good this game so far. Yeah, I'm going after that pawn. Do your worst. Okay, there's no way they would. Let's see, if I attack bishop, they take. Then I've got the knight and the rook endgame. Yeah, so this means I win. $3.49 left. Let's go over here. Attack this pawn. The rook on the 7th rank is usually pretty good. So here they take, here. No, let's see. I take here, they take here, and then check. Take here, they take here. Oh shoot. What's going on? Did I mess up? Oh, I know that's mate. Okay. Alright. Pretty close to promoting this pawn. So if they're here, then I'm here. And they have, yeah, there's no way to stop it. So they take, then I promote. I think this one's looking pretty good. The square's covered by my pawns, so if they take the knight, it's mate. These squares will be covered, so the king is useless. If here, then I take, and it's a resignation. If he take, then I promote. And that's gonna be game. Well played, sir. Thank you so much. Great game. The Bean Cloud says, what a great game, Patrick. Finally, yeah. It's been a while. Let's check out the review. I did feel in control the whole game. Wow. 96% accuracy. My goodness. 0 blunders, 0 miss, 0 mistakes. Only 1 inaccuracy. I played as if I was 2250. Boy. Good game to mirror him. There was only 2 mistakes on their end as well. So the Vienna Gambit, they play the main line, which very theoretical, and everyone's got the taking there was the early mistake. And I was debating whether to take it with the pawn or with the bishop. If I take with the pawn, I just know that in this, in the Vienna, having these pawns here is helpful. So if I would have taken here, I would have lost the advantage, because if they take and then I take back, it's a little bit different. Because if I take here, it leaves the bishop on the board. And the best move is for the bishop to retreat. And I still got this this bishop here defending the king. So I think I made the right call there. And then there was the exchange of pieces off the board with, with this development that I've had. I've moved all of my minor pieces and gained significant squares. All right, so I'm covering all these squares here. So a lot of coverage. Relative to my opponent that doesn't have hardly any development. The knight comes out. I go b1, just grabbing the open file. The queen comes out, and the exchange was actually an inaccuracy. So this was my only mistake in the game. And so if I could have played this one a little bit better. The reason I took was because knight on the rim is grim. Still and I had ideas of attacking and forking, but I didn't see I didn't see that knight move. So the way it panned out is okay. I still maintained the advantage. But a better move. Let's see if I can find a better move. So this pawn is left undefended. So even if I do, there's defending here, which if takes, but then my knight's not, my knight doesn't have much else to go. Queen c3 to defend, but it kind of weakens this pawn. I don't know. What is the best move here? Queen e3 to defend the pawn. Reinforce push at some point. I don't know. But it was a slight inaccuracy, so nothing too game-changing. Best move to take, and then to reposition the knight to add an attacker to the pawn. They kicked the rook in an effort to establish this pawn chain. So I saw that coming and just decided to block it altogether, which I think that was I was proud of myself for that move. I paid attention to the fact that they only have a light squared bishop. And then it allowed me to take, which now I've got 3 nice pawns in the middle. Setting up the attack on this pawn after they defend and I attack some more. This is just helping in my development. Best move to reinforce this pawn. Yep. I defend and attack at the same time. Rook comes over, and then after attacking the bishop, getting on the 7th rank, I'm able to find the path to progression here, or promotion. And after they take and I check, then it's mate in 3. If the game had continued, it would have looked like this. 1, I would have gone f7, and then there's not really anything else they can do after that point. d7 to block, but takes and then mate. There's another move, this move, this move, this move, but all of these lead to mate. So, one for the record books, folks. Day 702. That was a fun one for me.